Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are, yeah, dude, this PlayStation thing is just getting worse and worse and worse. I don't even know what to think now, man. I just went down this big old long rabbit hole. Some of you guys in the community sent me some interesting stuff to look at. So I looked at this video you guys sent me, showing Godfall not having HDR. So I so I set up those same settings on my PlayStation 5. What's up, Desmond? How you doing, man? So I set up those same settings on my PlayStation 5, and yeah, man, I started taking a look at this, and I'm this is pretty weird. What's up, Onyx? How you doing, man? This is interesting, man. I just tried. Okay, you know how I've been complaining and complaining and complaining about Forgotten West being fuzzy or FuzzK or whatever. Well, check this out. I turn off the auto HDR thing, the always on HDR on the PlayStation 5. I turn that completely off. And then I go to check a few of these games. And none of them are popping HDR on my screen anymore. They're not popping HDR. I'm talking Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West, all of these games. But guess what did pop HDR 10? Ghostwire Tokyo. Ghostwire Tokyo popped HDR 10. I mean, I remember doing a video a while back about MXGP 2021, 22 or whatever. It's the newest one that's out, 2021, I believe. And like the spokes on the bike, not the spokes, but the forks on the bike looked like the metal looked better. Well, come to find out, after you turn that off, it doesn't look like that no more. So the PlayStation has this setting. It's called deep color or whatever, and I think that's their answer to Dolby Vision. Well, when you turn allow HDR on, when you take it away from always on to allow when it's supported or whatever, I noticed that a lot of these games aren't popping HDR 10 no more. And I'm like looking on my screen and going into the thing, and it's showing me, no, man, they don't have HDR. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty interesting. So is the PlayStation 5, are these guys, are we not even getting HDR anymore? Are they just using is the PlayStation just filling in for it and doing the HDR for all of these games? But here's an interesting thing. When I turn that setting off, when I turned it off of the always on, my Forgotten West wasn't blurry anymore. It wasn't fuzzy no more. I was like, wow, dude, are you kidding me? Like everything was looking nice and sharp. It wasn't all fuzzy anymore. And I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't this game fuzzy anymore? But you literally lose HDR support. Like it doesn't have like the HDR colors anymore. It just looks kind of, I don't know, man. PlayStation is confused what it wants to be. Hey, what's up, Dub Will? Brandon, what's up, my friend? Onyx, Sony can't catch a break. No, man, not while I'm on the job. Hey, Frog, I started my own automated voice gaming YouTube channel, which will portray my thoughts on gaming and will try not to be toxic. Channel name is Moat. Nice. I'm Cercio, but I'm sure you know that. I'm Cercio. Nice. We will have to check it out, everybody. Check out the Moat. Let me see if I can pull you up right now on there. See what's going on with that. The only thing I'm showing is George Galloway. Okay, buddy, I don't see you on there, my friend. Oh, let me try M-O-A-T as a capital. Moat. What's it going to be called? The channel name is just Moat. Yeah, still no, not a. There's already another channel. No. Okay, I don't see it. Okay, let's get back. I'll look into it. I'll look into it though a little more. James Jennings, I have PlayStation 4 right now, but should I buy an Xbox Series X? That's up to you, man. That's definitely up to you. I'm not gonna tell you, hey man, if you're a PlayStation fan, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, dude, just the heck with PlayStation and buy an Xbox, because there are good things on the PlayStation 5 that I wouldn't expect myself to live without. I wouldn't tell you to. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends on what you want. I do think that this generation you probably should have both, because I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to want to play on both. If you only have the option of having one, man, I don't know. Honestly, flip a coin and see which one you really. I don't know, man. I don't know how to tell you to do that without. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that, once they get their PlayStation 5, they usually are generally pretty happy. And if you're coming from a PlayStation 4, like, you're gonna be satisfied, James. You're gonna be happy. Like, you're gonna look at that and you're gonna look at the visuals and you're gonna look at everything. And for the most part, you're gonna be happy, man. You're gonna be like, whoa, this is great. I just keep running into these little problems that kind of irritate me more than they kind of irritate me more than it's just a little irritating, like, I'm so sick and tired of feeling like I'm being lied to by PlayStation. That it's just getting to a point where it's like, my gosh, man, like, just like, seriously, get with the program, Sony. Either give us, standard HDR format, because now I don't know what to do. Now I don't know what to think, because now if I leave the HDR, the always on HDR or auto HDR off, then yeah, dude, none of my games are popping with HDR anymore. It's telling me that none of them have HDR. Did you hear how quickly they turned on God of War? Had the mere mention of it being DLC. Yeah, I think it is DLC, man. I do. I think it's DLC. I think it could have been DLC, because all those bosses, all the troll bosses that they had littered throughout the game, that you fight like 10 of them, like, those could have all been like the other Norse gods, man. They could have. Am I wrong? They could have all been. They could have made that a 40-hour story and just had all that in there instead of giving us another 25-hour game. Um, yeah, because God of War was what, 25 hours. Yeah, they could have done it all and made it just one big game, but they chose to split it up, and it should have been a DLC. So are you saying that Sony is doing an upscaled HDR? Pretty much, or else they've got their HDR pretty much baked into their to their eight to their eight. Oh my gosh, dude, to their SDK or whatever. It's in their API. It's already just in there. It's already baked in, because there's a lot of games that when it's on, it's on and it just pops, and like the medals look better and all kinds of stuff. But when it's off, it doesn't look like that no more. I only have a PlayStation 4 Pro just to play Sony exclusives. Oh, I see, man. I saw what was going on. Yeah, dude. It's getting a little irritating, man. Like, I don't think that the whatever they're doing looks terrible. Like, I don't think that it looks terrible, but it's like, my gosh, dude. If you only want what's on there at a time, and it was from this video that I watched that you guys sent me, and I was like, wow, dude, that's interesting. God of War or Godfall doesn't even have HDR. And yeah, dude, it's true. Godfall doesn't have HDR. Once you take that off, it doesn't have HDR anymore. And I'm like, wow, dude, that's weird. Hey, Chris, how you doing, my friend? Checkerbirds. Oh, and the checkerbirds. See, once you turn that off, the checkerbirds look better. They go back to their normal checkerbird state, man. What's the title about? Oh, just like the PlayStation 5 and its weird HDR thing that it's got going on. Games aren't even HDR. They're using that Sony deep color thing, that deep color selection or whatever. Like, it allows it to use deep color. But I think all games are just rendered in that, because it's kind of weird that it's not showing up as HDR10 when I turn off always on HDR. Everything's not showing up as HDR. Like, nothing, dude. Like, seriously, there's not even a setting for HDR in freaking Cyberpunk. And I know there is, because once I turn it back on, there's a setting in there. There's like a little thing, but once you turn that off, there's no freaking there's no HDR setting in that game, man. I was like, wow, dude, that's interesting. Uh is what I'm talking about from what he's saying. Apparently, Sony has an auto. Yeah, they do have an auto HDR function, but if you set it to play, if the game supports HDR instead of forcing HDR, barely any of the games are actually. Yeah, so a few of them that I've tested. I tested like maybe 5 before I decided to get on, and these are like Gran Turismo 7 didn't have it. I was testing mainly Sony games like Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo, like MotoGP and Godfall and Cyberpunk. Those are the 5 that I was looking at, and I was like, wow, dude, this is freaking insane. How are these games not rendering with HDR, but all my other games are? Maybe it's something that I'm doing because maybe it's something that I'm doing because it's not set to off. My HDR is not set to off. It's set to only when supported. So, oh, and Ghostwire Tokyo was giving me HDR. I was like, wow, dude, that's weird. HDR for Ghostwire Tokyo, but nothing else. Digital Foundry said they are. Oh, okay. Well, whatever Digital Foundry says. I guess it's true. The experts said it. I don't know, man. I'm having a little bit of problems believing that they're experts. No, I'm just joking. I think maybe they are experts, but they're using that in a in a fanboy type of way, bro. You know what I mean? We'll just spit full price with DLC, just like with Miles Morales. I'm surprised they didn't just make Miles Morales freaking $70, man. Yeah, well, it's a PlayStation 5 game, guys. We got to charge you. We got to charge you $70. Well, they did. They pretty much lumped both of the games in there for $70, so we would all pay $70. They charged me $20 for my remade Spider-Man or upgraded Spider-Man. Doesn't even look like a PS4 game. That's true. It's true. I mean, it looks like a PS4 game. It looks exactly like a PS4 game. I know Digital Foundry said so, so it's got to be true. Fake news. What's up, Jay? How you going? How you doing, man? Hope you're not talking about my fake news. No, man. I might be like I said in here. It's confusing. It's confusing what's going on. So I do need to test it more and figure out what the heck is going on. But this just doesn't seem like. I mean, like I could see this being the case, man. Like Sony's like, oh guys, don't worry about putting HDR in there. We're gonna just ramrod it right in there. I like the way that Xbox does that. I don't have a problem with the way Xbox is doing it. I don't know if it's dangerous. I used to smoke cigarettes, and this made this made my lungs feel a lot better. But here's the thing, man. I like the auto HDR that Xbox has. Uh, but with the PlayStation, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, guys. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. But I mean, when I turn off the auto HDR, it's a game by game basis, man. Like it doesn't just system wide turn off all the HDR, bro. That I mean, like games that used to be HDR10 are no longer HDR10. It's weird, man. They just disappear. It has RDNA2 elements and is an RDNA2 model of chip. So I suppose from that they are telling half truth. It just doesn't have any of the features. Basically, PS5 isn't. Yeah, I'm not thinking it's RDNA2 completely either. Like I just don't feel that way, man. I don't feel that way. I feel like it's a little bit different. And I'm not saying the Xbox is like 100% better, dude. I'm saying the PC is better. No, I'm just joking. You know what I mean? Like huh, my Xbox is closer to my PC experience than my PlayStation 5 is. My PlayStation 5 is just not doing HDR properly. Xbox games look better. I don't I don't know if it's not doing HDR properly. I'm wondering if like some of these games are just baked HDR or something. You know what I mean? Like some kind of like upscaled HDR instead of like real HDR. I mean, I know it's possible. The Xbox does it, auto HDR, and I love it. I love it. It makes some of my older games look great. Um, so it's just weird, man. Like I would like to see what I do think that the PlayStation HDR thing that they do have, the deep color, looks pretty freaking good. Like I don't have a problem with that per se. It's just weird if the games don't have actual HDR10 if I'm not using that. When you think Xbox games, okay, it's probably a good thing Xbox didn't launch anything next to Elden Ring. What do you think, Just Smile? I mean, you saw what happened to PlayStation's offerings. They got put right in their place, man. I know they're supposed to be the best games ever made. They're the best. GG7 looks great. Boot up ACC. I know, huh? Oh man, you boot up ACC on the freaking PC, and it's unreal, man. Chris, you probably should pick up a copy of. Do you have TT Isle of Man too? I was playing that today, and it's like so freaking insane. I finished Guardians of the Galaxy today. The game really started to annoy me towards the end of it. Such good elements, and that game ruined by a few poor choices and optimization. I got to a spot in there, and it just the frame rate just tanked. Boom! Like right when you're like toward the end of it. What's up, joints and jams? How's it going? Miles Morales was the perfect game to buy secondhand on CD and sell after one and done for the same amount. Yeah, for real, man. You could have bought that one from GameStop and then took it back and got all your money back. People should have probably did that. I plugged my PS5 into the wall and caused my power to go out. Really? I like Guardians. I like Guardians too. I was mostly okay with it. Like, yeah, I mean, it did kind of feel a little weird toward the end of it, but it turned out all right. I was pretty happy with it. Better quality without HDR on my PS5. I don't know why. Maybe the TV. That's kind of what it was looking like to me too, man. Like like the fuzz in Horizon Forbidden West was gone. It wasn't all fuzzy anymore. And I was like, wow, dude, that's insane. How does that not have so much fuzz now? The Black Knight Frog. Did you hear the Peggy's begging for free PS Online? What happened to Xbox and their Game Pass being for poor people? Oh yeah, dude, the welfare. We don't want that. Please bring the welfare to our system. Nope, haven't tried it. Can you imagine if God of War is 8 hours? Oh, dude, if it's an 8-hour game, I'm gonna be mad. I think after you, I think if you skip all the cutscenes, it probably will be about 8 hours of gameplay. Towards the end of the game, from the part with the fog onward, the frames tanked and things got worse if you changed their costumes. Okay. See, I never changed their costumes until like that very end when they make you change all your costumes and you're all in the white and the black suits and stuff. The only person's outfit I changed was Groot. I found this evil looking one and I put Groot in that. Miles was DLC. The ending was completely pointless. Yeah, Forza Motorsport 7 looks better than GT7. It's pretty much true, man. Forza 7 with HD with Dolby Vision, yes, it does look better than than Gran Turismo's HDR for sure. Yeah, Dax is probably my favorite character in there too. Those memory sequences and some of the quick time. Oh yeah. Some of the combat kind of annoyed me in that game too, man. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it did joints and jams, but the other one still looked pretty dang good too. I like the aesthetic of the first game over the Miles Morales one. Like the snow aesthetic kind of ruined that game a little bit for me. I realized when Jaffe called Ragnarok DLC. Yeah, ponies from Austin. Yeah, they did. Well, it is. It is DLC, man. He's got it right, dude. What are they going to do? Put a bunch more of them troll bosses in there and try to push it out a little bit further and be like, yeah, man, just beat 20 more trolls and then we'll let you fight Thor and Odin, man. It's like, come on, man. It's like, come on, man. Like, I want to like it. I want to support PlayStation first party games. I do, but I mean, at the same time, man, I'm a little tired of like what's going on. What's your favorite Xbox game? Yes, I've tried Flight Simulator. It's amazing. Forza Horizon 5 is probably my favorite. Oh, yeah, Xbox. Oh, right now, as it sits, Forza Horizon 5 is probably my favorite. I like Flight Simulator 2 a lot, though. But it's breathtaking. Great looking game. I like looking at Flight Simulator. It looks so flighty. Ah, man. If the new God of War is the same as 2018 God of War, that will suck. What do you mean if it is? That's exactly what it's going to be. That's exactly what it's going to be. Now, I don't know who that dude was that video I watched was from. It's like some German guy or something. Was talking about like Godfall. And I was like, wow, man, that's a little weird if you ask me. Like, how is that even possible for the PlayStation 5 or like, I don't know, man. That's weird. That's weird. But I mean, if there's a lot more games on there that don't have HDR, that really sucks, man. Remasters and glorified DLC, essentially, yeah. I mean, Horizon Forbidden West was a pretty good sequel. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I've been up since really early today. We had to get the pig up and go get him his tusks trimmed and his hooves, and then we dropped him off on a farm. So we no longer have a pig. Sad day. Sad day, man. Cost like $400 just to get rid of him. I'm like, my gosh, $400. We spend $400. Oh, PS5. Is the rich kid want to be good as Xbox became? Yeah. I can't handle weather conditions. Yeah. Yeah, pigs are pretty cool, man. I don't know, man. You got it. I mean, we had them for 6 years, man. And like, my gosh. After how many hours does Horizon Forbidden West get better? Started getting, I don't know if it ever got better. It just got the same. It was like pretty much the same all the way through. But yeah, I thought it was all right. I thought it was fun. It was fun to play it. Yeah, pigs are pretty smart. They are very smart. HDR in general isn't really standardized. Some games do look better than but overall it can't be a mess depending on your display, what you're gameplaying, etc. Yeah, I agree with that, man. Have they fixed Horizon Forbidden West? No, but it did look a little better. I mean, it still looks lower resolution, but it's still but now it just doesn't look as fuzzy. Like, so pig is bacon. No, he's just living on a farm now. Forbidden West bored me out of my bored me on my 7 hours, I guess. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, dude. Freaking it. I don't know. Yes, I think it will be God of Fog. There's going to be plenty of fog in that game. Sorry, guys, man. I'm a little tired. I was actually just going to play some video games tonight. I was just gonna make a video and play some games tonight, but then I went on that little rabbit hole playing around with that. So just work 12-hour shift. No, man. Yeah, just take a rest. Just take a rest. Xbox Series consoles can emulate PS2 and PS1 games while Sony can't even figure it out. So I mean, let's talk. I mean, like this what's the number one game on Xbox right now? I don't know. My number one right now is probably Forza Horizon 5, man. I just was playing it yesterday. It's pretty good. Maybe you should play that one. I think that one's pretty dang good. That Forza Horizon is pretty good. I was playing it on PC actually. I was checking that out, man, and it's actually pretty good. That's probably what I'm gonna do is just probably make some more videos tonight, or maybe make another video tonight. Day off tomorrow, nice, nice. Yeah, I just had a 3-day weekend, so with the size of the backlog, by the time I get Horizon Forbidden West, it'll be yeah. So I'm probably just gonna keep this video short. I just wanted to talk about this, but it doesn't seem like I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. I'll do some more testing and I'll look at it a little more and see what's really going on. But it just sent me down a rabbit hole. It sucks that PlayStation is letting you down in a lot of ways. Low key, I want to root for PlayStation to do well because it makes I do root for PlayStation to do well, man. I really do. Like I want them to do well. I want them to I'm sick of being blindsided by stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like I, I'm not saying that their auto always on HDR looks bad. Like I'm not saying that, not at all, because it does look pretty good. It's pretty convincing. For the most part, I'm pretty happy. You know, visual wise, for the most part, it's just that dang checkerbirds, man. Them checkerbirds. Actually, it doesn't even really. I don't know. I mean, we've complained about this for a year straight now. PlayStation people don't seem to care, but you know, when they start getting rude to people and I see it on Twitter and stuff, that's when I make these videos. I'm like, whatever, man. I've given up expecting anything for PS5s. I don't know. Maybe their PlayStation, their actual PlayStation 5 games will appease us, but we've been getting PlayStation 4 games. That's all it's been. A lot of PlayStation 4 games, and that's really basically all it's been. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. But all right, guys, I'm just gonna play some video games tonight, maybe make a video and post it. So I wasn't even really planning on getting on this kick about this, but I just figured I'll just say what I had to say about it, give you guys my initial findings, and then you guys can do with that what you want. So I'm gonna play some games. I'm gonna make some videos like I was planning earlier until I went down this little rabbit hole thing. So I had a pretty decent video planned for tonight. I don't know if I'm still gonna be able to get it done, but I'm hoping to. Yeah, Dolby Vision looks freaking great. Dolby Vision looks pretty dang great. So all right, man. I'll see you guys. I'll get you guys a video tonight. You guys have fun, man. Thanks. I really wasn't planning on doing this. I just was like, oh man, maybe I should do that, but I don't know. You guys have a good night, man. Thanks for coming.